All right, now we're here with Adam Zeff, who played Seymour and Puppeteer for Phase 2. We have Dalton Jones, Master Carpenter for the project of Little Shop of Horrors here at Dunedin, and Brendan Osorio, first customer and Puppeteer for Phase 4. And we're now going to show you Phase 3, the most probably the most famous, who sings Feed Me, and how she works.
Well, Phase 3 is probably the most difficult one for a puppeteer. Your puppeteer is probably going to want to be someone with very, very good upper body strength. Now, how to work this out is our puppeteer here is going to sit here and is going to be ready with two helpers. Two helpers are going to pick up the plant, not from the lips, but from there's a hinge right here from where the jaw is.
We're going to show that.
The hinge right here, where any mouth would have a hinge right here.
It's a hard part of the metal. I think the metal is pretty covered up by the jute. But we have a hard part in the middle. Yeah, I'm really not able to see it, but there's a hard surface here which serves as a handle beneath all of that. And that is, of course, always better to hold by the harder part than the soft part of the lips.
With your supporting hand, put underneath in the hinge, and your bottom hand on the bottom part of the jaw. Now, your puppeteer is just going to get ready and is going to put their right or left arm, whatever arm they feel is their dominant or strongest arm, is going to put it in. And there is a bar on top that the puppeteer is going to grab. And there's a bar on the bottom, correct? Yep. You got that? Yep. All right, so when you got your okay from your puppeteer, the puppeteer is going to open up and come forward and close your mouth. And they have a full range of motion. If you could move to the left and the right and have fun with that. And go back to resting position. Of course, helped by Seymour. And when the plant wilts, I'm going to go run down to the corner and get myself a bite to eat. The plant wilts, just like that. Now that's just the basic on how the plant moves, but we've also got some added roots here to add to the bottom here, attached by simple Velcro, and they just get attached right underneath. Under here, and there's also legs that get attached to the bottom of the feet here that are disguised as roots. So as the puppeteer goes ahead and performs, they can use their legs as if they're singing with it, and that adds to the whole effect to the audience, and they really all get into it. And why don't we get a big feed me from Audrey too? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Feed me. And that's how it works.
Open up nice and wide. There is also what feature in here?
What we got in here is just a little mesh right here, so your actor or your puppeteer can breathe. And right here, the Velcro. What happens is right before Act 1 ends, someone off stage is going to remove the Velcro here. As you can see, here's the bar we talked about, and here's the puppeteer's hand. You're going to fold that in here, and what can happen is, say this is a limb, this is an arm, okay? You feed the dentist arm right in, and what happens is, the puppeteer can take that, pull it underneath to disguise it, and they're going to close the mouth, and chomp it up, and then open up and say, feed me again, and I just keep feeding it.
And there's nothing in there,
and then
according to the audience. And the sight line makes that gap completely disappear. Now, once again, if the bar is there, if you could hold on to that bar, Dalton, very good. And at the same exact distance above, there's another bar. And now if I could have Dalton take off the plant, and he's going to go ahead and stay in that same position, Dalton, while Brendan and Adam take off the puppet. Stay in the same exact position, your arms are in there. Dalton. Very good, and that's the general position of the puppeteer. And if you could move the way you would have moved had the puppet been on you. Very good, and that's a very basic movement. It's hard to maintain with your arm above, but it's a very expressive puppet. There is one last bar that I'd like to get. If I could have Brendan and Adam hold up the front of the plant, or the back of the plant to me. Dalton, if you could hold up the jute. And the bar closest to the puppeteer, there, Dalton, this is the bar that you use to hold to yourself so that while the puppet is resting for so long, the puppeteer is able to use those bars, not the ones so far above the head, to keep the puppet still, making the puppet look still through the dentist scene, through clothes for renovations.
Right.
There's many songs and many scenes.
Sun right before up to feed me. Get it.
Very good. So the puppeteer has to stay still for a very long time, and that bar is there to make them be able to have their arms down and hold the whole thing still and shut. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for your help and your time. And that is phase 3.